In what should come as a surprise to literally no one in this country, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who was sworn in at the beginning of this year as the governor of the state of Arkansas, according to a poll released on Monday of this week, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is now the least popular governor that the state of Arkansas has had in the last 2 decades. You have to go back 20 years to find a governor of Arkansas that has an approval rating as low as what Sarah Huckabee Sanders has today. And that approval rating, of course, is just 48%. So little under half of her state says, yes, I like what she's doing. The funny thing I have to point out is that when you go back those 20 years and you look at the last governor that had an approval rating this low, which was actually lower, it was about 47%, that was her dad. So for some reason, the people of Arkansas do not like the Huckabee family, and yet they continuously vote for the Huckabee family. Kind of weird, I guess. Like, man, we hate these people. Yeah, let's make him governor again. Remember how much we hated her dad? Well, what if we put her in office? Oh, man, she sucks too. Who could have known, right? People of Arkansas, because that's what you're doing. I mean, to his credit, Huckabee did, of course, rebound and ended up with an approval rating below 60, but above 50. But the last governor that just left office this year, Asa Hutchinson, his approval rating was 59%. And he never dropped below 57% as governor. Sarah Huckabee Sanders would be delighted to even hit 50%, but she seems to be struggling with that, not just because of the many scandals that she's already had in her first year in office. You know, the $19,000 lectern, signing legislation that prevents the release of her travel records because she's clearly got something to hide. That's not sitting well with voters. But what was most shocking to me about this poll was not that the voters don't like her. It was the reason they don't like her. It's not necessarily the scandals that are turning the voters off. What's turning the voters off is the fact that she hasn't done anything to address the problems that actually matter to them. And those problems are the economy of the state of Arkansas and the education system in the state of Arkansas. Now, what's shocking about that being listed, the education part, is that Sarah Huckabee Sanders has gone through and she's done similar things to what Ron DeSantis has done to us in Florida, trying to get the woke out of the schools, right? You know, getting the critical race theory and all that out of there, getting those transgender athletes to not play sports. And the voters are like, yeah, we don't care. What we care about is the fact that the quality of education in Arkansas is garbage. I know we also hate the woke, but the voters in Arkansas are finally waking up and realizing, like, yeah, maybe the woke wasn't the problem. Maybe we shouldn't have hated that. Maybe we shouldn't have pressed it. Because they're mad about the fact that right now the state of Arkansas ranks 47th in the nation in education quality. They know that, and it's pissing them off. They're also pissed off about the fact that the state of Arkansas has the 6th highest poverty rate in the nation. And of course, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is doing nothing about that. Instead, her most recent action was banning what she calls woke words from government agencies. You can't use woke words in official government documents or handbooks or manuscripts or whatever it is. And the voter's like, yeah, I can't feed my family, and that actually seems like a bigger problem than the government using woke terminology. In fact, it turns out, voters say, that woke terminology wasn't actually hurting me. What's hurting me are these idiotic Republican culture wars meant to distract us from the fact that they don't know how to govern. So I guess what I'm saying is, after, mocking the voters of Arkansas for disliking the Huckabees but still voting for them, I also have to give them credit because they are starting to pay attention to issues that matter, and they are very slowly coming to the realization that the Republican Party is not the party that is serious about fixing the problems that matter to them. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.